my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my year, yeah, yeah. I really feel it's my time, think it's my, yeah.
Sound like you were ready. Come on, this is the Olympia, folks. You want to see the big boys? Fans are in Vegas. Are you ready? All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your first competitor in the 2022 Mr. Olympia from Iran, Hadi Choopan.
All right, we got Hadi Choopan from Iran. First competitor at the 2022 Mr. Olympia. He's definitely going to bring the force right now, bring the power.
As you can well tell, the gift Philippines is in the booth.
I got to talk about this guy's quads. Look at this. Look at those striations. Pulling the vacuum on the front double. Hadi has a great history of placing high at the Mr. Olympia contest. It's really hard to knock this guy right now, and I'm really waiting to see not just the side shots, but of course those back shots.
The people's champ never disappoints.
Never. Here we go. Now what I'm always looking at is not just the glutes, but the hamstrings. Like, look how dug out that right hamstring is right there.
That's just incredible. Typical Hadi. A typical Hadi.
Yes. And his coach, Hani Rambod, my old coach, definitely brings his guys in shape. So
that was where the Freudian slip was when I said typical Hadi. Look at that.
Oh, man.
That oblique shot is one of his classics.
Well, they definitely chose the right guy to start to kick off this show. Now, what we have to keep in mind is that everybody's getting their opportunity to pose by themselves. They're all going to look like Mr. Olympia by themselves. But as they
thank you, Hadi Choopan.
But I think as they get grouped together, we're going to be able to.
Your next competitor from the USA, making his Olympia debut. His real name is Chinedu Obieka. You know him better as Andrew Jacked.
All right. We've waited for this for a year.
Literally. One of the tallest guys in the open category. And he seems very, very confident stepping in that square circle right there.
Ooh. Fans across the world have been waiting for this moment when he steps on the Olympia stage for the first time. All right, champ, what do you see?
I see some conditioning for sure, and the shape, the X frame right there. I mean, I don't think we've seen an X frame like that in quite, literally over 10 years.
What are we talking, Tony Freeman?
Tony Freeman comes to mind for sure.
And to be that big and that Xy, it's
wild.
The DMX frame, I think is what we're listening to right now. The Rough Rider. Look at that lat spread. Great conditioning, Andrew. Good job.
Definitely good job. First time at the Olympia, not too shabby. See this back lat spread.
That was wide.
Very. Now, what I would have liked them to do is just hold it just a little bit longer so I could take it all in, right? Look at that waist. My goodness. Right into a most muscular. I love it.
What a day.
Give it up for Andrew Jacked. Please welcome from the USA, Tonio Burton.
All right, we got Antonio Burton. to say, they're actually playing some awesome freaking music tonight.
DJ Brett.
Yes.
This is his second or third year. It's Tim Gardner's son that runs the expo.
Nice.
Mega promoter Tim Gardner, a good friend of mine.
That's actually music I trained to.
Well, we know that because you're kind enough to put that on Twitter when you're training, so we know what to listen to. Antonio looks great.
Got a nice Christmas tree, too. Second to the back double. Right to the ab and thigh. Now, what I'm also looking at is the lat thickness on that ab and thigh.
That's a nice, most muscular.
Thank you, Tonio.
Definitely.
Please welcome from the United Kingdom, James Hollingshead.
Oh, yes. You guys want to see some muscle. He's not going to disappoint.
Now, we talk a lot about primetime muscle, about the mass monsters versus lines versus conditioning. It looks like he's bringing a nice combination.
I say so. Right now, what I'm also seeing is like a little bit of a layer right now. That was the first thing that came to mind, like in his chest and his abdominal region. But I do think as he gets into his posing, he can start tightening that up. Get side tricep right there. Oh, trying to reset it. Now, one of the things I want to comment on briefly is backstage is a lot different than previous shows where guys are getting tanned up, different hues of lights. So I'm noticing right now, like on his back, his tanning was just a little slightly off. So I think going back after this routine, he's going to be able to reassess. Get some more.
Thank you, James Hollingshead.
And it did look like he's starting to take off some of that layer.
Yeah. Yep.
Please welcome from the Ukraine, Vladislav Sukharuchko.
Nice job, Bob. Oh, Vlad came with a lot of hype as well.
Yes. He's definitely walking out like he's walking out like a beast. So
great quad development.
That was the first thing I saw right there. And he goes into kind of like a most muscular right into a front double. Okay.
Did you ever have any years when you were competing, you looked around and said, what's up with these new kids?
Actually, yeah, yes, I have. And it's always cool to see new blood.
And, okay, great side shot with the separation.
What I noticed there was like hamstring drop, gluten hamstring tie-in.
Taking his time getting into this pose.
Definitely taking his time. Might be taking a little too long. But I will say that once he sets it, you can see the muscles. What I like to see on this shot is him actually put a foot back, like what he's doing right now. Yeah, I would like to see that on the last shot that he made on the back lat spread.
Set it from the ground up.
Yes. Because what he did right there is actually make his backside not look so blocky.
Yeah.
So it's all about
Thank
the
you, Vladislav.
Still a great first appearance. Nice job, Vlad.
Absolutely. And that's what this is about. You know, you come out here your first time.
Please
at the
welcome
Olympia.
your next competitor from Canada, Antoine Bellion.
Yeah, you come out here at your first Mr. Olympia, your nerves are going and stuff. And, you know, it's just time to get it on and reassess. Now, Antoine is a guy that I've seen in social media quite a bit, and he's endured a lot of different injuries, but always maintained a really awesome attitude. And you can tell it in his pose, and he loves bodybuilding.
Big smile.
That's right.
That Christmas tree is nice.
Oh, yes. It's one of those poses where I do believe, like, when you have it, you should hold it a little longer. You know? Why not?
Not everybody's got that Christmas tree.
Exactly.
And that was a big one. That's spread across his whole low back.
Absolutely. That takes a lot of work, by the way. A lot of deadlifts, a lot of hypers.
Oh, I know. Hasn't happened yet. Mine's still the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. I'm waiting for the tree to come in.
Good job, Antoine.
Nice job.
Thank you, Antoine. Your next competitor from the USA, former 212 Olympia champion,
Oh, boy.
Derek
Oh, boy.
Lunsford.
I've been waiting for this one. I saw him backstage, and you're in for a treat.
The
ladies and
fans have
gentlemen.
been waiting for Derek Lunsford.
Oh, yes. Very rare do you see a champion from the 212 make a transition into open the following year and actually put on the necessary size and condition that you're going to see right now that I saw backstage.
Oh!
And they gave him some good music right there. Look at that taper.
That is
boy.
phenomenal. The crowd's going wild. He stepped up hard, Phil.
Oh, boy. Hey, he working with my coach, Hani Rambod. I'm a little biased, man. You know, we deliver, but look at that glute and hamstring time right
The
there.
thickness in the side chest,
That is nutty.
side to side. And just one of the nicest guys in the sport, hands down.
100%. All right. I'm
Okay.
waiting for this back shot. Come.
Everything's looking good.
Really good. Kept the waist tight. Look at that horseshoe on the tricep.
Arms are big.
Look at this.
Here we go.
Look at this. Watch the hamstrings. Right there. Into the glutes. Look at the tree.
Oh!
Sheesh.
Slow clap up. Slow clap.
Hey, he's drawing the line in the sand right now saying, look, I won this 212. I'm going for this 400,000. I'm going for the Sandow trophy. I don't want one of those cups, you know what I'm saying? I want the Sandow trophy right there. Look at that back. Man.
And look at that tiny waist when he hit it. Derek Lunsford did not disappoint.
He did not. Hey, he's imposing his will on all these other guys right now. He has. Sheesh. Sheesh. Show me the most muscular. Just give me the. Come on.
Here you go.
There we go.
Thank you, Derek Lunsford.
Here you
You
go.
know what? Man. Yeah, he's in that
Please
top
welcome
five.
your
He's
next
in that top
competitor
six right
from
now.
the Netherlands, the conqueror, William Bonac.
All right, we got William Bonac. Definitely a gentleman who I had predicted years ago that he was going to be up there in the top when no one even saw him coming.
I think he's been greatly overlooked this year.
Yes.
All right, you see over his shoulder, High Tech Pharmaceuticals. We want to thank them for sponsoring the broadcast tonight and tomorrow. The Conqueror is here. You didn't follow him on Instagram, and I did, and he has looked insane for months.
Well, see, I've known William. Like I was alluding to earlier, like William was on the horizon 10 years ago, and I saw him coming. And I remember telling Mr. Olympia Dexter Jackson that he was coming, and he said, oh, no, he's not coming. Next thing you know, he's actually beating the guy. So,
He's put on a lot of size,
a
has he not?
lot. I saw him at the Boston Pro earlier this year, right after he placed second in the Arnold Classic at Brandon. And he's made a lot of improvements. And one of the things I've noticed is even from the front and the back with his leg development. Usually as bodybuilders get older, their legs go away. And William did not do that.
The guys look a touch more conditioned this year.
Yeah, well, social media, guys. I mean, when you're posting stuff nonstop and you're showing how ripped you are, you better bring it on stage. It looks good on IG, but can you do it here?
Thank you, William Bonac.
Guys like William and the rest, they're not
Please welcome
disappointing.
from Brazil, Victor Bach.
I'm pretty certain this is Victor's Olympia debut.
Yes. Good quads.
Oh, yeah. Good conditioning.
Yes. Right in the front double. Definitely hitting those quads hard.
Hey, you hit your strengths, don't
Yep. And I always think guys should focus on their power body parts, their power shots. Now, I will say he's holding these poses maybe a little too long, but those are those Olympia nerves.
you? Now, he got his pro card in the NPC Worldwide Amateur Olympia Brazil and qualified to come here through the Muscle Contest Brazil. That's Tarek Gindy's show down there.
Yep,
That's a nice shot, too.
absolutely. I think one of the things we're seeing is how everybody gets in their rhythm. You know, you're always having a rhythm when you're getting into your poses and your transitions and stuff. You see how some guys get into them sooner and more clean, whereas here, a little nervous it seems like, a little stiff. But I think as these rounds go around, round and round, he's going to come into his own and actually feel a lot more comfortable. But even for myself, like my first Olympia, you come out there, this is the biggest bodybuilding stage in the world. So you're going to get a little nervous, you're going to move a little different, but then you take a deep breath and say, all right, I'm all right.
Thank you, Vitor.
Great job in your first Olympia.
Absolutely.
Please welcome your next competitor from Denmark, Patrick Johnson.
Patrick Johnson. Patrick with the slow walk. He's like, you know what? He's like, you know what? You're going to know me. You're going to know me.
Patrick's walking big.
Yes, he is. Right into a most muscular shot. I like that. I like that.
This is his first Olympia appearance. He won the Arnold Classic UK. 5'10", it lists him at 286. That's why he's walking big.
Wow. Say that again.
286. I read that right.
286?
Yeah. That's a big dude. Look at that. Okay, you talk about the ham drop.
Ham drop. Brother got calves, too. This is crazy. Crazy. Horseshoe on the tries.
This year's Olympia is going to be about surprises. Let's see that back. Set it.
Say not too bad. I'm thinking maybe a little bit more dryness and maybe a little bit more conditioning in that lower back. You can see the glutes are actually, triangling out at the very bottom where the connection is, and that's that step mill. When these guys are doing that step mill and they're getting all of that glute development, that glute work, that's what you're seeing right there.
That nice slow walk on the step mill, 30 minutes a day.
Yes.
Well, at this point, probably an hour a day.
Yeah.
Nice shape, nice, very balanced.
Very.
When you got quads that big, that's not easy.
Yeah. And he's going to hit it right here. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Thank you, Patrick.
Welcome to the Olympia, Patrick.
Please welcome from Italy, Andrea Presti.
Andrea Presti. He usually comes in really conditioned, actually. I like that. Again, another guy coming in with the most muscular right away into the front double. Nice. I like how everybody's really sitting on their hamstrings this show.
Yeah.
See that? And he actually did a little glute roll where you can actually see the striations.
Setting that back shot.
Yep.
Oh, going to go into a back double by.
Mm-hmm. What I like to see when they hit this back double is actually hit the pose and actually extend their arms out again and then hit it one more time.
Yeah.
Back shots you don't want to rush. Outside tricep. Front double by. Into the most muscular.
Thank you, Andrea. Please welcome from the USA, Charles Griffin.
Charles Griffin.
All right, here's a guy that's put in a lot of improvements.
A lot of work. This is a guy that has a lot of muscle, and he actually can pull a freaking vacuum, which I thought was very, very impressive.
I saw that on Instagram. I saw Charles when he was guest posing up at the Minnesota show, Minnesota Pro.
Right in the front lat.
His second Olympia appearance. He won the Cal State this year to qualify for the Olympia.
Nice. That side chest is a good shot for him.
He's a guy that dialed in his conditioning probably about 6 weeks out this year.
Yes. Look at that back. Look at those. And it's like he teased it right there. Right when I'm talking, he like gets out of there. He actually had really good thick lats.
He's carrying a lot of muscle, Phil.
A lot. A lot.
Thank you, Charles Griffin. Please welcome from Canada, Ian Valliere.
Ian Valliere.
All right.
I'm excited to see Ian. I actually talked to him backstage, and he was very, very excited to get on this, doing this event.
Oh, he looks good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. He wasn't lying to me when he said he was going to bring it.
Ian's not shy on the internet.
Oh, no. And you know what? As long as you can bring it like how he's bringing it, you can say whatever you want, right?
Yeah. You can back it up.
That's
Go
right.
to it. He's conditioned.
Oh, yeah. He posts a lot of glute shots on the internet. So I'm going to have to look at his glutes right now and say, you know what? They're actually in shape. They're actually in shape. Right in this back lat spread. Now, people at home, when we're hitting this back double bicep, he's going to set it right there. But it's all about pulling those elbows back and then going back up and then reaching down and hitting that shot.
That's a really great shot for him.
Yes, and that shot in particular is going to help him when they do these comparisons.
Thank you,
They
Ian
start doing quarter turns.
Valliere.
A lot of people don't think that the quarter turns are counted. They always
Please
think that
welcome
front
your
double
next
bicep
competitor
is.
from the USA, Nick Walker.
Oh, here we go, the mutant, such a fan favorite across the world and definitely in the Zappos Theater right now in Vegas. Biggest improvement for Nick this year was dialing in that waist.
Yes, and he has done it. I love how he's getting right into the power shots right away. He's not screwing around. He's not saying, you know what, I'll hit this front double when I feel like it. And boy, does he have some big ass arms. Whew, boy. You say you want to see a freak? He's like, here you go.
Okay. Last year, he went on a tear.
Yes. Winning the Arnold Classic.
The New York Pro.
I mean, yeah.
Fifth in his Olympia debut. Look at that.
Really good back double bicep. The glutes, hamstrings, and calves. Look at those calves. Look at that right calf that spiked down and then work your wall all the way up. Now, I feel like what he did with that shot, this shot right here, he kind of overdid it on his lat spread.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Look at him.
Thank you, Nick Walker.
Dialing in his abs and controlling his stomach.
For him to be able to do that.
Please
and actually
welcome
have that
from
size,
Slovakia,
man.
Michael Krizanek.
All right, Michael Krizo, another one we've been waiting for.
Yes, we all have been waiting for, and this is the only guy that actually wanted to pose down at the press conference. Let's see what he's got going on with the rest of his physique.
He's big.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious. Look at the quad sweep. Oh, into the front double. Oh, boy. He's huge. Tall guy. Huge arms. And actually really good leg development. Looks like his posing is improved. A lot of people online were saying that he needed to work on his posing. I can tell you right now, it seems like he's been listening to you guys.
The thickness in that bar pec as he brings it across.
Yes.
Some nice obliques.
This is what I always question. Let's see the back. Glutes are in. Okay.
What do you think, Phil?
I think he needs to set it again. I think he needs to take his time a little bit on that. But he's going to have plenty of more chances to hit that back double here in a little bit when he's being compared.
That's a great shot, too.
And look at the hamstring on that other. Oh, man. He's really bringing it in different body parts. Right
I hate to say this, as conditioned as he is, I still think he's got a tiny layer.
Yes.
That's going to start to tighten, and he's going to look insane. Great obliques.
But what we're probably
Thank you,
gonna see,
Michael Krizo.
what I think we're going to see is that if he's compared a lot,
Please welcome
that
from
actually
the
might get him harder.
USA, Justin Rodriguez.
Justin Rodriguez. Now, Justin's had an interesting journey here to the Olympia. Had some wins, had some losses. I think biggest thing with Justin is that when he is on, like, he can battle with anyone. He packs a lot of muscle, has a lot of wit, and he comes in really good condition.
He's had some contests over the last few years that surprised some people winning and some that surprised them him not winning.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a really great year for conditioning.
Yeah. Bodybuilding in its true essence is not just size, it's definitely got to have the shape, the separation, and the conditioning. And look at that pass.
That's a great pass. This is the year, though, where you're going to have to bring it to keep up with this group.
Yeah, you really are. A lot of people are talking about their top 5 predictions. I'm more focused even on the
Thank
second
you,
5.
Justin Rodriguez.
That second 5 is lethal.
Please welcome from Egypt, Mohammed Shaban.
Okay, Mohammed Shaban has looked incredible this year.
Yes. I've been watching him for the last year and a half, and he's got some sick quads. You're going to see. Look how he's walking and just how they just.
They go all
look at.
They hang over the knees.
Yeah. Look at that teardrop. Really good front last split right there. No, in this shot. I really think he should have had a little bit more oil on his back, because if you look at the lower half,
yeah,
he's got more there than he does on his back, and especially on his triceps and the rear delts. They are there. And that really plays a...
Look at the vascularity in his lats.
You usually don't see that.
No.
You usually don't see that. I think he's a little bit off from what I've seen in the past. But again, this is going to be a long prejudging in my opinion, and they're going to compare these guys, and some people will fade and others will actually get tighter.
Thank you, Mohammed Shaban. Please welcome from the USA, Akeem the Beast Williams.
All right, Akeem Williams. When we talk about the Beast, this is the big-ass dude. That's just the easiest way to put it, man. This is a big dude, man. Like silverback gorilla, like just big. Just big.
Well, he was up against oh gosh, I'm trying to think of the Tampa Pro, where he just outmassed one of my absolute favorites, that's just known for his conditioning. I can't believe I'm slipping on this right now.
When you see his muscles, though, look at the insertions. Like, look at
Oh man,
glutes, hamstrings. That's just work, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a lot of years under that squat rack. He has really good separation from the hip on down.
Thank you, Akeem Williams.
great! Look at the striations in that teardrop.
Please welcome from France, Theo Legoulet.
Theo actually has, I think, the best color out of anyone in the show so far. I like that front double. Very nice. You can actually tell he really loves posing.
The young guys need to know how important that is.
So important. I mean, it'll actually cost you a really big placing. And in this pro bodybuilding, you lose a placing, your money is affected.
The placings can affect your popularity, your fan base.
Oh, yeah. It's going to piss your friends off, too, because they're going to be the ones saying, hey, I had you winning or I had you looking a lot better than that. You just didn't show it. But he's showing us a lot of good presentation. And look at those quads. Like, they actually, in my opinion, honestly, he's not hitting them as good. Like, see how he squeezed that glute right there? If he did that throughout, he would actually look a lot more pleasing in that shot.
Thank you, Theo.
And a lot of times when you're posing, you don't know what you don't know. And
Please welcome from the USA, former Olympia champion,
man.
Brandon Curry.
All right.
The 2019 Mr. Olympia Brandon Curry stepping on stage. They were saying that he's coming in heavier this year. Let's see if
Those legs look heavier already.
they're moving. They're moving.
Back on my bullshit. Back to back on my bullshit.
Okay,
Matter of fact, that was bullshit. I'm going back to back
They
to
look
back
bigger.
on my bullshit.
definitely.
Do it one
All right.
time.
When
they
he
gon'
turns
think it's
around,
love.
this is going to be where the improvements
Gotta
are
hit
going
it
to be
with the
made.
repeat. Do it
Look
two
at that front
times, they gon'
basket.
still doubt.
Jeez.
Phenomenal.
Hey, now I got a three-peat.
See, Brandon has
Gotta
really
fuck
good
the streets
taper.
till they knee deep.
And-
Gotta stay woke, can't be
Look
sleep.
at that chest.
All this fly
Sheesh.
shit don't be cheap. All these bad that we keep round. Pockets gotta be deep now. Never lose again, living me deep down. Gotta keep winning, it's a clean sweep now. Tell
I
her
think
back
this
it
is
up,
where
we
it's
hit
going to be
3
all
beats
said and
now.
done right here.
I'm that bull in the hood. New lamb truck got the bull in the hood. Black and
Glutes
red
look
looking like the
improved
bulls at the
for
hood.
sure.
23
Let's see if
got
he's
the bulls
tighter in
at
the.
hood.
Oh man, look at that!
Just can't miss.
Wow.
Shooting my shot. Wrist hang switch. Ice my like I just rained this. Millie play
Thicker
Jane,
lats?
stainless. Look. Just the last shot.
Yeah, he's improved.
Definitely improved. Good job, Brandon. I said it in the podcast. I'm like, Brandon, you got to come with it, and he has today.
Thank you, Brandon Curry.
A lot of added vascularity.
Please
on
welcome
Brandon.
from the USA, Hunter Labrada.
All right. All the hype, all the pictures on Instagram. Let's see what you brought to the stage.
That's right. Hunter is not shy.
And no hat.
No hat this time.
And his tan looks great.
Yes, it does.
Oh,
Yes.
good on you, son.
Oh, he says, watch this. Okay. We're watching.
I was emceeing the Labrada show in Texas, and he guest posed right around 300 pounds, and he was pretty darn conditioned.
Wow.
That's why.
That is wide, for sure. I like to see him twist a little bit more on that side chest right there.
That's a great shot for him.
quads look really good. I always look at the attachment.
Thank you, Hunter LaPrada.
And where it starts at the hip on down.
Please welcome from Brazil, Rafael Brandon.
So
Okay.
Rafael Brandon, another one coming with a lot of hype.
A lot of hype. He went on a couple of podcasts and said, I don't give a damn who shows up. I'm ready to take them all out.
You know what?
Man, that's an awesome. That's a really good front last spread right there.
Beautiful.
He's got some confidence going into this. I love it.
Statuesque.
Yes. I like how he transitions into his poses. He's not rushed. Looks like he's having a lot of fun. Look at those quads. Look at those striations.
If he's outsized, he's making up for it in every other category.
Yes.
Symmetry, conditioning.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And that guy is dry. I'd actually like to see a little bit more oil on that back
Yeah.
because he's so dry. Whew. Boy, look at that lat spread. It's one thing to have a lat spread, but it's another thing to have a lat spread with a tiny waist. Look at that shot right there.
Thank you, Rafael
Great job.
Brandon.
Rafael Brandon in his Olympia debut.
Please welcome from the USA, Joel Thomas.
We got Joel Thomas, new pro on the scene.
His first Olympia appearance, won the Toronto Pro to get here. 7th in the Tampa Pro. Oh, that was last year. Must have done it late in the year. Got his pro card back in 2013.
Yeah, see how I'm talking about, like how we have to take our time when we get these back shots, because what we're doing is we're having to actually put one of our feet back, and a lot can go wrong with the balance, especially when we're focusing on our upper body. But
Thank you, Joel Thomas.
we're trying to actually flex our glutes, hamstrings, and calves at the same
Please
time.
welcome from Jordan, Mohammed El Nassor.
Floor seats for the Knicks. Couple models blowing hits. They don't even wanna pick. Wanna lick up, wanna. I done made a couple hits. Going hammer with the pick. God handed me the
He ain't
gift.
shy at all. He went right into the ab and thigh. Look at those quads.
Vacuum.
From the side, man.
Getting caught up in the mix.
Has a lot of control.
But why not hold that just a little longer? Because you know everybody on the internet wants to screen capture that.
Now I paint a bigger pick. See him really with the shit.
You know, one thing I'm going to say that I've never said in my career is that I think his trunks are too small.
All right.
Because from the back, like he actually, watch,
Yeah.
trunks are actually too small. Or he needs to hike them up a little bit. Because it's not covering his top glute. Which actually make his back look a lot better.
Getting caught up in the mix. Hollywood same shit.
Shoulders are amazing.
Shoulders really good. Cross striations, quads, and separation.
Now I paint a bigger pick.
His rear delts are really rounding their shoulders.
Thank you, Mohammed. Please welcome from Ireland, the boogeyman, Blessing Awadabu.
All right, Blessing Awadibu.
A man that has, oh yeah, he's got a lot of confidence. He's got a lot to say. And let's see if his physique is going to do all the talking now.
He's got a lot of checks to cash with that mouth. So let's
Oh
see.
yeah,
Blessing has been a lot of fun this year.
yes he has.
The Boogeyman.
He's giving out some Terminator stares going on right now. He's making you look. So you're going to see me. You're going to see me. Side chest. At the thigh shot, nice.
Nice. Controlling that breathing pretty good.
Oh yeah, he is a big dude.
Yeah.
For him to be so big and to be able to control that and move the way he's moving, he's very, very smooth. And quite frankly, I think he's been learning some of these moves from Kai Green. He trains over at Rincon Gym. And, yeah, seen them in a lot of videos together. That double body looks really good. Glutes are actually pretty hard.
If he pulls out a mask and puts it on, we know Kai gave him something.
Oh, yeah.
Back, he's got a good taper for being that big.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Really good ab control.
Give it up for the Boogeyman.
Welcome to the big show.
Yes.
Please welcome from Italy, Andrea Muzzi.
I love it when the athlete actually knows the song. You can hear it, like you can tell, like they're like, oh yeah, I know this song. Bodybuilders love hip hop and definitely heavy metal.
Heavy metal.
Definitely heavy metal.
Somewhere in a gym in Italy, he's saying, hey, Rage Against the Machine, huh?
Exactly. So a lot of guys with good quads in the show so far. Good chest.
Good chest, a lot of thickness. Year over year, Phil, this is some great conditioning.
Yes, and the biggest thing for me right now is, once again, I really feel like they need to go backstage, have these girls throw on more oil on them. Because in his lower half, it's inconsistent with the top.
Yeah.
And you can't see, you can tell that he's got glute striations, but I can't see it enough with the hamstrings not being oiled enough. So it's like all those little things really dictate how your physique's going to look. Right to a hand class most muscular, one of my favorites.
Thank you, Andrea Muzzi.
That was
There
a
you
nice,
go.
most muscular.
It was.
Please welcome from the United Kingdom, Samson Dauda.
Okay.
Yes, Samson Dauda. Now, I first saw him over at the Boston Pro, and man, let me tell you, you got to check this guy out, man. He's probably going to be one of the best, if not the best posers tonight.
I've been watching his conditioning for the last 2 months.
Boy.
He's been ready.
And what's crazy is that they actually gained size and didn't really lose much condition. So he's done his homework.
It's a great quad into a great side chest.
Yes.
He's thick.
Yes, he is. See how he hit his glute at the end? I want him to do that in the entire time on these side shots.
What's he missing? I'm not seeing anything.
I think he could be a little bit more conditioned, to be quite honest. He's definitely not lacking any muscle at all. He's got really good flow. But what I'd like to see is a little
Thank
bit more
you,
separation.
Samson Dauda.
A little bit more separation in that rear delt to that tricep, because
Okay.
it is within
And
him.
your final competitor
here we
from
go.
Egypt. He is your reigning, defending, two-time Olympia champion, Big Ramy.
Mamdou El Sabah, Big Ramy. Oh,
The man who says winter is here, and yes, it is.
it looks colder than last year.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is, man. His abs are already dug out. And, oh, man. Oh. Look at that front double body. Great music choice for a big dude. Man, look at those
Look at those
quads.
quads. Okay, you know the rule about the champ. You gotta beat the champ.
Yes,
He looks like he beat himself by last year by a lot.
I think so. But here's the deal. We haven't seen them compared yet. But that's his, you know, it's funny, that's his money shot right there. That's his money shot right there. All right, let's see if he's back now.
All right, here you go.
Okay, glutes are in. All right, yeah, you go. You go. He said, "Yeah, my glutes are in, Phil." Like, it's like he's got an earpiece going on. All right. Said it, big fella. Got some thickness in that back right there.
Dennis James said last year, he's not a big eater. I find that hard to believe.
I definitely find that hard to believe.
Look at that.
Such a huge canvas. I mean, good Lord. I will say that I think he could be a little bit thicker in the back. And people would say, what are you talking about? When he actually turns to the side, it doesn't have that 3D. And that might be because he's maybe sacrificing a little bit of fullness for a lot more conditioning, as you can see here in these shots. And that's part of the game. You know, you're going to give up something, but it's a 2-day comp, and you can have more than one version of yourself.
When you cut down to 305 from 335.
And he's got some weapons, man.
He is your reigning Olympia champion, Big Ramy.
I always like to see how they walk off. So now you've seen them
All right, folks, you've seen our individual presentations from our gentlemen. Now it's time to get to the business of comparisons. We're going to break them up into groups, bring them out so our judges can get a first look. And then, of course, we'll split them on the diagonals for the call-outs. Let's have Group 1 on the center line, please.
All right, everybody looks good by themselves on Instagram in the perfect light, standing next to their coach like Hani, who's 2 feet shorter.
Exactly.
Let's see what these guys look like standing next to each other.
And during these comparisons, if I'm each guy, I'm thinking I must dominate this group.
All right,
after
our
these
gentlemen in
groups are
place,
there-
let's send it down to the judges. Big Steve.
Thank you, Bob. Front double bicep.
Andrew jacked. My goodness.
Andrew Jack and
Quarter
Hadi
turn
stand out.
right.
Andrew Jack and Hadi Chopin on the far right are standing out to me.
Quarter turn right.
Oh, man. These guys are in shape.
Back double bicep. Quarter turn right.
There's like 3 guys in this group that actually hit that back double strong. See what I'm talking about, guys?
Oh, yeah.
They all look
And face front.
They all look different, but when we get them lined up, oh, man,
Hadi never fails to condition and bring
No.
Thank you.
it's really
All right,
crazy.
thank you, gentlemen. You come right this way. Let's have our next group on the center line, please.
And what's really cool is that that first round that we just saw prior, with them coming out by themselves, it gets nerves out. Now this is their second go round. So they're going to be hitting these poses with a lot more confidence. They probably got a little bit more pumped up, maybe ate a little something, and put on some more oil, and they're going to be ready to rock.
All right, see how the Conqueror looks next to this group.
Yes. Oh, and they got him right next to
Derek Lunsford.
Derek Lunsford.
Wow.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Front double bicep.
You talk about an X. Derek Lunsford is a
Quarter turn to the right.
lowercase x with bold print.
Yes, he is.
Quarter turn right.
He's not giving up any size to these guys at all. From coming from 212 all the
Back
way to
double
open.
bicep.
Now this is going to be an interesting shot with Derek and a seasoned veteran, William Bonac.
Quarter turn.
That's tough to call right
I
there.
can't
man.
wait for
That's-
the call-outs.
Yeah, that's tough to call right there.
This is going to be interesting.
And face front.
Boy, man, this is exciting.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Great job.
Man,
All right, gentlemen, right this way, please.
they already got me wanting to leave here and go to
And
the
your
gym.
next group on the center line.
But I ain't gonna leave. I got much more to talk about, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to see how these guys get after it. Oh, this
Michael
is a good,
Grizo.
this might be the most competitive group right here. Look at this group. Oh boy. You got Crizzo next to Nick Walker.
Oh, gracious.
And Ian. Oh, this is going to
Gentlemen,
settle
front double bicep.
We're going to settle some online debates in this group right here.
Grizo looks
Quarter turn right.
He looks fantastic.
Actually, I agree.
Quarter turn right.
Nick is a better version of his Arnold Classic self, too.
Yes.
Back double bicep.
Oh, and Ian.
Yeah, I want to see this back double bicep with all these guys.
Quarter turn right.
That whole right side from Kreese over to Ian looks phenomenal.
Yeah. My eyes keep going over there.
Look at Ian's
And
quad.
face front.
Ian has really thick quads from those quarter turns.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, gentlemen, right this way, please. Your next group on the center line.
All right, we got Brandon Curry leading the charge in this group.
Look what we got here.
If I'm Brandon Curry, I'm thinking,
Front double bicep.
look, this is mine. This group, forget it. But you got Hunter Labrada saying, oh no, I'm right here.
Quarter turn right.
Brandon definitely sized up.
He sure did. What did he eat?
Quarter turn right.
Half a Kuwait, apparently.
Right, most definitely.
Back double bicep.
Brandon's back looks great.
It does. I want to see these hamstrings on Brandon. And then, 'cause I know his arms are, yeah.
Quarter turn right.
This is a good conditioned group, though.
Yeah.
I will say.
Who's on the end, on the right? Look at that. Glute hamstring.
And face front.
Oh, yeah. Everybody has their power shots, you know?
And thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, guys. Right this way, please. Your next group on the center line.
A lot of guys. A lot of big bodies.
Yes, and this is going to be a very long prejudging. So this is the last group. So in your mind, you're almost thinking, like, I don't want to hit these shots too hard because I'm going to assume I'm going to be hitting a lot of call-outs tonight. And you don't want to flatten out. Samson Downey is not getting dwarfed right now, right there. What the heck am I seeing?
Front double bicep.
Whoa. Look at the quads.
Wow.
Look at this shot. Samson Dowda, man,
No, this first call is going to be
Quarter
interesting.
turn right.
this is going to, you know what? I actually like to see Blessing get moved in the middle with these guys so I can see Ramy, Samson, and
Quarter
Blessing
turn.
just to see the size.
Yeah.
I just want to see the size comparison. See how Samson is like getting closer? Yeah, he's like, hey, he's hitting the
Back
champ.
double
Like,
bicep.
I know a couple guys that tried that on me, but you got to do that. You got to impose your will on the champ. You got to let him know that you're here. And Ramy's going to let him know in this shot, hey, I am here.
I think you mentioned one of those guys a few minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Rhymes with Kai.
Quarter turn.
Ramy's back in that shot is really thick.
Yeah.
Really thick.
But Samson's was wide.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
And face front.
Because it's not like Ramy is not super wide. But
Thank you, gentlemen.
Samson
very
held his own on that.
All right, guys, right this way, please.
He sure did. That's very interesting. I wonder what the judges think about that right there, because that's you almost need to see them in the
All
first
right,
call-out.
judges getting their first look at our groups. What do you think, folks? Who looks good?
You talked about wanting to get in the gym.
All right, judges putting their selections together as we speak for that all-important first call-out. We're getting our gentlemen ready right now. We're going to bring them out on the diagonals. 14 on one side, 14 on the other. Folks, this is your opportunity to help the judges in making their decision. Yell out the name of who you want in the first call-out.
Here come the guys. We'd like to thank High Tech Pharmaceuticals for making this broadcast possible. People around the world, a lot of my friends back east in the Eastern time zone up at 2 o'clock in the morning to see their favorite bodybuilders and to see these call-outs.
We have not seen a lineup this big. Look how many bodies. Look at, oh my goodness. There are so many guys. All right. If you guys are going to run to the restroom or get some more food, I suggest you do, because we're going to be here for a while.
This is a bad time.
This is here for a while.
Competitor 1, Hottie. 7, Derek. 14, Nick. 21, Brandon.
And Rami.
29, Samson.
See?
And 30, Rami.
Wow, what a great call.
Wow. Hey.
Samson
is, he is a, oh my goodness. Samson Dauda right now is, hey.
I got chills.
He's bigger than Brandon. Ooh,
Gentlemen,
man.
front double bicep.
Hottie Chopin actually got tighter. Man.
Front lat spread.
Make them work, Big Steve. Make them work. I need to see it. We all need to see this.
Side chest.
Look at Derek's glutes right there.
Back double bicep.
A great first showing for Derek.
Oh my!
But there is so much quality out here right now.
A lot, like, and what you almost got to do, you almost want to get in your shots a little quicker and hold them for as long as you can. And I know that hurts, but you want people to see it. There's going to be a lot of guys getting moved.
Back lat spread.
I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, Rami's got some work.
Yeah.
He's in there, but
side tricep.
It ain't going to be easy because these guys are bringing it.
Hottie. He's having fun like he always is.
Oh, yes.
Abdominals and thighs.
That's a great pose for Nick.
Okay. They're going to hit these shots, and I'm wondering who's going to be in the middle.
Relax. Derek and Brandon switch.
Mm-hmm. 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 This is good for Derek to actually stand next to Samson. For the judges to see
Nick
Samson.
and Samson switch.
So now Nick's getting an opportunity to stand next to Rami. Now, as a champion, Rami has to hold his composure and realize that the judges are going to give every person a shot at the champ. And that's what they're doing.
Gentlemen, spread out and hit a front double bicep.
But this is good for Samson on the end, next to Brandon as well. And you got Nick and Rami going at it. And you got Hottie and, oh man.
Look how good Samson looks next to Brandon and how good Brandon looks.
Yeah.
That was a good switch.
Yes.
Front lat spread.
Samson actually has really good presentation. Really good. And the quad development next to Brandon.
Side chest.
But Brandon makes up for it in this side shot right that's coming up right here. And we're going to see Hottie as well hit this thick ass side chest. Look at that. Look at the striations. Whew.
Back double bicep.
All right. Let's see it. Yeah. Hottie's like, yes, let's go. Now, if you guys look at that box in the center, they're supposed to be on that line, by the way, guys. They have moved way
Gentlemen,
past
relax.
They are walking it back to
Spread
the edge
out.
of the stage.
Everyone take a step.
They want them to take and what they're not realizing
Samson,
is
take
that
a step. Rami, take a step.
Yep.
Spread it out.
Look at Derek.
Everyone
just how
get
his
on the
arms
line.
are right there. Look at
Everyone
how
on
Derek
the
is
line.
right there. See how they're. Look at Derek when he just holds his arms out like that. Look how thick his back
is.
This is the guy that won the 212 last year, and he's actually
Back double bicep.
and it's crispy too. That's what's wild. Hamstrings, glutes, all of it.
Wow.
Man.
Back lat spread.
They're not making this easy.
No. If I'm Nick, I'm inching over to my right to get more shots closer to the champ.
Side tricep.
And I'd be taking a little bit step closer to Ronnie if I'm Nick. Because you only get so many opportunities. Like they say, you only get so many shots at the champ. Don't miss. Move a little bit closer to him so then you get those pictures that you can compare yourself
Abdominals
with as
and
you go back
thighs.
to your hotel room later tonight. Because all these guys are going to go back to the room and watch these photographs.
Well, that side try was Rami's money shot for sure.
Yes. And Rami's abs are actually getting tighter as we go on with this prejudging.
Your favorite, most muscular.
Hell yeah. Let's keep going. Look at Hottie right there. Woo. Brandon and Samson. And this is where Derek doesn't
Thank
have
you,
the
gentlemen. Back in
splintering
line,
in
please.
his- Derek doesn't have the splintering in the chest, but
Yeah.
he makes up for it in other areas.
Okay, now it's time to see who in that top 10, and we got any surprises.
Crizzo.
Andrew Jacked.
Crizzo and Andrew Jack got to stand toe-to-toe. I got to see it.
Competitor 2, Andrew Jack.
Yep.
8, William Bonac.
William. Okay.
Hunter.
13, Ian.
Ian.
Good job.
15, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
22, Hunter.
Yep. Hey, didn't I call that with
And
Andrew
23,
and Crizzo?
Brandau, Raphael.
And Rafael Brandon.
Now, this is actually a really good group. I know William Bonac might be a little bit disappointed, but
Michael and Hunter switch.
this is one of those type of groups that you can actually move up into that first
Front double
first group.
bicep. Front lat spread.
Andrew looks
Side chest.
great.
He really does. He could use a little bit more glute and hamstring development.
Back
Andrew
double
Jack could,
bicep.
and that's just time. And he could be a little bit sharper right here, but let's see how he's going to hit this pose. Because you look at William Bonac, and you look at Bonac makes up a lot of ground on the glute and hamstrings.
Back
with
lat
these guys.
spread.
And Raphael, it actually has a lot of width. This is an aesthetic
Side
dude, man,
tricep.
with some power shots. Michael Crizzo with those glutes and hamstrings hitting that side.
Look at the size of his tricep.
He's just got some massive freaking arms, man. Like, it's just
Abdominals and
ridiculous.
thighs.
Yeah, these guys are all getting tighter as the prejudging goes along.
Relax. Brandon and Michael switch. Hit your favorite, most muscular.
That's the only switch so far.
Exactly. But a lot of the time when athletes get moved, some think that they're winning. Sometimes
Relax.
the judges just need to see
Ian
one shot for a completely
And
different
Brandon
group.
switch. Break.
Like And everybody at home has to understand that there may be a judge sitting on the far left or the far
Gentlemen,
right
face front.
that wants to see, let's say, a
Spread
Michael
out
Krizo
on the line,
or
front double
Raphael.
bicep.
And that's why we have to get everybody a chance to get moved around.
So you're saying it's not that he just moved to 11th or 12th. It's that somebody wants to take a look at him on that end or compare him to
Yes.
Ian.
Front
Yes.
lat spread.
But it looks really good, like as far as Raphael looks really good, Bonac, but Andrew Jack, I
Side chest.
have to say, he is polished, is posing very much, very much. Now, if you're Michael Krizo, you have to watch like how you're
Back
hitting these
double
shots
bicep.
because he just moved literally like 3 feet away from Ian
Yeah.
on accident. And now he's almost out of the comparison. You want to get closer to the guy that you're sitting next to. Because his back is actually really good.
Really good.
Back lat
Really
spread.
good.
Rear delts, the bi peak, all
Right.
good.
So we can only use such a wide angle lens, right? We want him to move over just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Look at his back.
Relax,
Look at
turn
Krizo's back right
around.
there.
Raphael and Ian switch back.
So I think they only moved Hunter once. or
Gentlemen
did
hit a
they?
side tricep.
To the center.
Yeah. This is very interesting. But see what I was saying before? Like, go
Yeah.
to your far right.
Yeah.
He needs to move a little bit closer. Everybody else is closer. If I'm Krizo's coach, I'm going to yell at him
Abdominals and
tonight
thighs.
and tell him about this. This is a learning lesson. You got to move closer to the comp because you're trying to be compared. It's like we're having a separate show right now. Look at the shot with Andrew Jack. That's his shot right there.
So
Your favorite, most muscular.
shoulder to shoulder, he carries so much mass.
He does. He definitely does it. And you know what's cool is that he knows which shots he should hit. He's not hitting the crab right away.
Relax.
He's hitting the hand on hip, most muscular. Both hands on hips, most muscular. That's
Thank
a
you,
really good
gentlemen.
shot
Back
for
in
him.
line, please.
Great job, guys.
Yes.
What a comparison for the second call out.
I'm telling you, man. If you're not in the top 6, that other 6.
Number 4, James. 6, Anton. 10, Patrick. 12, Charles. 16, Justin. 19, Akeem.
I'd like to say
Front double bicep.
I'm surprised to see Akeem in this call out.
Yes.
But there is so much quality that it's just
Front
bound to
lat
happen.
spread.
There's only so many spots in the top 10 and 12.
Yeah, they're just not enough spots, man. I mean, look at Akeem's legs. They start all the way at the hip on down. He probably has the best
Side
legs in
chest.
this group. Patrick on the far left, packing a ton of muscle in this side chest shot. Probably needs to get moved to the middle next to Charles Griffin, in my opinion, and Justin
Back
Rodriguez.
double bicep.
But again, now we're seeing this gap again where Akeem is out of the picture.
Back lat spread.
James Hollinshead's back double was really good in that shot. I just caught that at the very end. Charles Griffin has a freaking thick
Side
back.
tricep.
That was a really beautiful shot for him.
Yeah, you know he's into those deadlifts for sure, getting the back like that.
Gentlemen, face front. Patrick, come between James and Charles.
You called it.
I called it, dude.
Gentlemen on the line and spread out. Spread out. Abdominals and thighs. Relax, your favorite, most muscular. Relax.
This front relax right here. Look at Justin Rodriguez for a minute.
Oh,
Thank you, gentlemen. Back in line, please.
From shoulders to his taper. I mean, those legs.
3, Tonio. 5, Vlad Slavic. 18, Mohammed. 24, Joel.
you think Big Steve's
26, Mohammed. 27, Blessing.
All right, our head judge, Steve Weinberger, you think he's going to call anybody else back out for more comparisons?
Oh, yes. He's calling all of them back. He's calling everybody back. So all these guys that just exited out, trying to go get some food or whatever, or pat themselves down,
Front double bicep.
they can't go too far because they're going to call them back out.
Be really interesting to see who battles their way out of that second
Relax.
six.
For sure. And
Front
there might be
lat
someone in
spread.
the third one, too, that kind of comes in at the second spot. There's a lot of debates to be sorted out tonight.
Relax. 24 and 18 switch. 24 and 18. Joel and Mohammed.
What's difficult about this group right here is
5
that
and 27
everyone's
switch.
kind of the same.
5 and
in a way.
27. Excuse me, 3. 3 and 27.
Okay. Get Blessing right in there, right in that middle.
Front lat spread.
He's going to get his opportunity.
Side chest.
Now this group, I'm just going to be honest, this is a group that could definitely use a lot more conditioning
Back double bicep.
and a lot more attention to creating more fullness in the hamstrings and glutes.
Okay.
Because if they have more glute development, more hamstring
Back
development,
lat
we can
spread.
actually appreciate the flow of their upper body. All these guys have great, backs and back double biceps. But when we start looking at the glutes and go all the way down the hamstrings, we start seeing
Side
how
tricep.
soft they are a little bit. And that just comes with a lot more time in the gym and a little bit more tweaking in their cardio regimen and in their diet.
Abdominals and thighs.
I like to say that move up from the amateurs to the pros is like the move between college
Your
and,
favorite, most
and
muscular.
pro athletics.
100%.
It's a big jump. You can
big jump.
Take that time off and put in the improvements.
Absolutely. And with this being the end of the year, I mean, these guys are going to be able to reassess
Thank you, gentlemen.
everything,
Back in line.
enjoy the holiday, and use those extra calories to go get a great freaking rebound for January 1st.
9, Victor. 11, Andrea. 20, Theo. And 28, Andrea. (11 and 9) switch, please. Gentlemen, on the line, spread out, and hit a front double bicep.
And at the end of the day, there's levels. There's levels to this. This group shouldn't feel bad about anything. What they
Front
should
lat
do
spread.
is take this as a great tool for learning how to structure their off season, figuring out
Side
not
chest.
just how they look in their off season, but how that translates into show day. A lot of guys will actually have a lot of thickness, like in the legs, but when they dry out, it actually can go away. And then
Back double
sometimes,
bicep.
from what I've been seeing in this particular call out, is fullness actually go away, maybe because of lack of carbs. Maybe they didn't carb up correctly. All those things play a role.
Back lat spread.
It is a constant process to learn what your body does.
It's wild
at every level.
And it always changes. I mean, every year your body is going to change. Therefore, your diet may have to change.
Side tricep.
How you metabolize, what you metabolize.
And we're talking about having to peak at a certain period of time. These guys figure, okay, I'm going to go on at maybe 8 o'clock, and next thing you know, they're told that they have to go on
Abdominals
at
and
9:30.
thighs.
Everything can change. And then your nerves can change. Anything can change. And as a lot of these guys are rookies in the Olympia, what they
Your
have to
favorite,
my
most
takeaway
muscular.
or my advice to them is actually try to calculate like how long they were actually backstage, on stage, and figure out maybe I should have eaten a little bit more throughout the day and then cut it off at this time as opposed to the time that they just did, because you can flatten yourself out by not having enough
Thank you,
calories
gentlemen.
during the show.
All right. We've seen them all.
Oh, man.
As Phil just said, it's going to be interesting to see who toweled off, oiled up, had a Rice Krispie treat or whatever it is their coach told them to have, whatever
Right.
whatever magical substance.
What do you
they were
say,
told.
Big Steve? I think these fans want to see a little more.
We're ready to give it to them.
Well, I told these guys backstage, I said,
Bring 'em
you
out,
guys
Bob.
You guys are going to get
want 'em all?
worked. So fans
No.
at home.
I want
Oh, man.
competitor 2, Andrew Jack.
Uh-oh.
8, William.
Okay.
22, Hunter.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
29, Sampson.
They're trying to. Whoa. Okay.
Here's your battle.
This is the battle. Remember I said that second group or that third group, someone can move up into that second or first group? Here it is.
Here blending them
Here it
perfectly.
is. Samson is actually, although in my opinion he really looks good, they're giving these other guys an opportunity to stand next to him, and they really want to figure out who within this group belongs in that first call out.
Hunter and Andrew switch.
Man, these guys all look good, man. This is tough.
Yeah.
William and Sampson switch.
Almost wish I could be sitting right where the judges are.
Gentlemen,
just so I can
spread
see
out.
a little bit more.
Stay on
just
the
a
line
little
and hit
bit
a
more.
front double bicep.
Who do your eyes go to, Tim?
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Front
shot,
lat spread.
but in this one, it goes to Andrew and maybe even Samson.
Samson.
Yeah. And a little bit to
Side
Hunter
chest.
and William. And this is where I go from looking at the feet all the way up, seeing
Yeah.
the conditioning. Samson's a little light in the hamstring in that shot, but so is Andrew.
Yeah. Oh, he's a lot light. in the
Back
hamstring,
double
but
bicep.
when your upper body's that tall, that big,
Oh, right.
it's just hard to be balanced. But
Exactly.
look at how that quad pops out over the outside, though. That's sweet.
Yes. So we're seeing the conditioning from the glutes on down.
Now that's a great shot for
Back
Hunter
lat spread.
between the separation of the bis and tris and the delts and
Uh-huh.
the rear delts right there.
So now we got to look at William. Look at the glutes and hams. Look at the thickness in the back, right there. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, and he's actually really conditioned in
Side
that back.
tricep.
Let's see if they move him.
I could really argue. I could really petition for William
Abdominals
to actually
and thighs.
win this group right now, based on these poses. And I guess that's why Big Steve said, "Bring these guys out one more time."
Your favorite, most muscular.
I like that pose with Samson's leg forward.
Yeah, for sure. Just a little bit more.
Relax.
Yeah.
William, Hunter, and Andrew. Thank you. Sampson, stay.
Maybe they just. I'm wondering if they just put them to the side and we're going to bring out Rami, Brandon, and the rest.
Bob.
And Derek.
Competitor 1, Hottie.
There you
Yep.
go. You are
7, Derek.
They made him earn it.
21, Brandon.
If I'm Samson, I'm thinking I earned
30,
this now.
Rami. 14, Nick.
Ooh. Someone's gonna fade, and and I don't know who it is, but someone's gonna probably fade, in my opinion, in this call up because these guys, I mean, they've been put through it. They're gonna move these guys around a lot.
Who do you move? Man,
Nick looks really good next to Rami in that pose.
he
right
looks
there.
really good in
He's
that
actually
pose.
double
rolling
bicep.
his shoulders forward a lot more than Rami actually. Brings a lot of muscle next to the champ.
Relax. Hottie and Sampson switch.
All right.
Yep. So they're gonna have Hottie get next.
Sampson and Derek switch.
To, yep. So now they get. Yep. This is interesting. So we got Derek getting the chance to sit
Gentlemen,
next to
spread
Hottie.
out.
Hottie
And
hitting
hit a
that
front double bicep.
Hottie hitting that front relax. It's so thick. He's got a lot of density. Let's see how he hits this shot next to the 2019 champ, Brandon Curry, who actually placed higher than him last year.
Yeah.
And then this shot, I don't know.
Front lat spread.
Now, I have said, unfortunately publicly, there's some shots where it looked like Nick is missing some pec density.
Side chest.
He looks good.
He does. If I'm Nick, I take a step back so I can get closer to Rami right there. Look at the glutes and
He is sitting
hamstrings
on those. Yeah. I like the shoulder and the chest thickness on Nick.
When Rami actually holds that glute and hamstring,
Back double bicep.
it looks really good, but when he doesn't, I can't see it, and then you almost think that he's not in shape, but he is. He just has to hold it longer. Derek Lunsford with those glutes and hamstrings and that back double bicep shot. Man, goodness gracious.
That's money for him for sure. Yeah,
Relax, spread out a little.
This is actually a
and hit
shot,
a lat spread.
in my opinion. On the lower half, Brandon does get exposed a little bit. But when you say that and then you look at the upper body, it's just it's just ridiculous. Look at the thickness of the lats from Samson to Derek to Hottie. Holy smokes.
Side tricep.
Hottie's lats are just sitting on him.
Look at that. Look, oh, boy. Oh, I need to see Hottie get moved where have him and Brandon switch next to Rami hitting that back lat spread like that. I need to see
Abdominals and thighs.
Tim, I don't really have anyone dominating this group. And that includes Rami right now.
Yeah. The way these guys are conditioned in shape.
Relax.
He's not outsizing them like he has in the past.
No. And then that's not to say that he's not winning in the judges' eyes. But these guys are bringing it to the champ's doorstep.
Hottie holding it.
Oh,
Derek and Brandon switch.
Remember I said they're going to give everybody a chance?
Rami and Nick switch.
Okay.
Gentlemen on the line. Back up.
Yep.
And spread out.
All right.
Derek saying, move, man, move.
Let's do another
And Hottie's like, no.
Front double bicep.
He's like, nope. Know your role.
Come on, Derek, get in the pose.
Yeah.
There we go.
Front lat spread.
Derek's waist just shrinks away in that front double bi.
Hottie's actually getting harder. Brandon's actually fading a little bit in the quad. Nick in this front lat.
Side
getting a little
chest.
distended on that part. All these guys make up for certain shots, though. That's what's really interesting. They may lose one shot, but they...
Back double bicep.
Come on, Nick. I want to see this one next to Rami. And Derek. Let's see it. Nice.
Bicep peaks look awesome.
Look, from the shoulder to the bicep to the forearm.
Relax.
Yeah.
To the
Gentlemen,
forearm
spread
down.
out.
That's what's really
Back on
impressive.
the line, please. And hit a back lat spread.
You hear Bob Chickarilla say, wait till this shot. Let's see, Hottie. Oof.
They're massive
That's
lats.
crazy.
Side tricep.
I hear Bob saying Hottie's faded a little bit. So, see, we have a certain vantage point. Bob's actually on stage seeing these guys up front.
I don't think Hottie's fading.
I don't
Abdominals
think so
and
either.
thighs.
I'm like, Bob, what are we talking about, player? Rami's actually not getting challenged right now.
No.
So I don't know if he's already solidified first place and just let
Relax.
these other guys fight for second.
All right, look at the glisten on Nick.
Back on the line, please.
Nick and Brandon. Looks like they're starting to pull that water.
And
in
hit your
tight.
favorite, most muscular.
If they hit him with one more call out, we're going to see someone really fade, in my opinion. And I kind of need to see it. Selfishly. Selfishly, I need to see it. Look at the shelf on Rami's chest right there. Whew. Oh, look at Nick. He told everybody, I'm stepping
Relax.
up front.
Back on the line, please.
Hottie saying he's the
Where
best.
you
going? Steve said, where you going?
Nick and Derek switch.
Okay.
Hottie and Brandon switch.
Switch. Okay.
We're going to do another round.
I think I've been kind of calling this pretty decent.
One double bicep.
You can tell that I've done this a few times. The judge, you kind of can read what the judge is going to do from competing a lot.
Side chest.
But they have not moved Rami at all. Very interesting. But they've put other guys next to him, so again,
Back double bicep.
Again, if you're Derek, you're not the open champ. You're the 212 champ in the open. Get closer to the current champ so that you get those photos so you can figure out and you impose your will on that champ.
Hold that, Derek.
Yes. Looks like Brandon was getting pushed around.
Side tricep.
Him and Hottie.
They're still inching closer.
Yes. It's like we start on the line and everybody inches
Dominoes
out.
and thighs.
This was actually a tactic I used throughout my career, and I got it from Kevin Lebroni, actually.
All right.
And my coach, Hani Rambat, told me, he's like, don't let these guys inch up on you one bit. And as you can see, these guys are
Your
doing
favorite, most muscular. Last pose, make it a good one.
Let them hear it, folks.
Now, I want to see who actually hits the very last pose. Whoever hits the very last pose.
Last pose of the evening, folks.
That person has the most confidence, as they want to have the judges and the fans see them.
What do you say, everybody? Who's going to win the Olympia?
Whoever quits.
Thank you,
shows their
gentlemen.
demeanor.
This concludes prejudging. We'll see you all tomorrow.
I'm not leaving.
All right, you heard the man.
there he
Steve
is.
Weinberger
See?
concludes prejudging
See,
here
Hottie?
tonight, folks. That's going to wrap things up on the main stage. One of these gentlemen will be your next Mr. Olympia. Folks, tomorrow, 9 a.m. over at the Expo. Starts it all. Wheelchair, men's physique, bikini, classic physique, and, of course, tomorrow, finals for all those divisions and the finals for our open Mr. Olympia competition. Folks, that's going to wrap it up. I'm Bob Ciccarello. See everybody tomorrow at the Expo.